The core theory is the Bowlby theory. John Bowlby was a researcher in the development of children in the 1950s. He wanted to test whether people and animals can form an attachment with a significant other. He states that it could be natural or automatic, that a child can form an enduring attachment with a significant caregiver. The monotropy means that you feel attached to only one primary caregiver, such as mum and not dad. He wanted to see development in the attachment. Bowlby states that children who experience deprivation can suffer from later stress in life. Privation is where the child has no attachment with the caregiver, causes a lot of stress.
The alternative theory. Behaviourist theory says that the attachment is not an instinctive process but relies on learning and experience. Infants learn to attach to people through a process of reinforcement. Reinforcement refers to learning by consequences. If the consequences of the behaviour is positive, then the person will repeat that behaviour. For example, if a child gets a sticker for using a potty, they are more likely to use the potty again. Or if a child gets attention for being naughty, then they are more likely to be naughty again. The same logic can be applied to attachment behaviours. If an infant interacts with its caregiver by gazing at them, smiling, cooing, or even crying, then they will get attention, and this is rewarding from him or her. More importantly, the caregiver will also feed, comfort, and keep the child safe, which is particularly rewarding. This reinforces the bond between caregiver and infant, which means that the attachment behaviours become more common. Of course, attachment is a two-way process, and so caregivers also form an attachment because it is rewarding for them too. Having a child that interacts with you, relies on you, and is generally happier in your company is also reinforcing. In short, the infant and the caregiver learn to bond with each other because they both benefit from the relationship. This also explains why children do not bond with caregivers who neglect and abuse them. There is nothing rewarding about the relationship. There are even more relationships as punishing, and so avoid them.
Criticisms of Bowlby's theory. Bowlby believed in monotropy, but his critics say that children can develop multiple attachments. Bowlby believed that there was a critical period for forming attachments, but his critics say that this was too extreme. Bowlby believed that the effects of deprivation were irreversible, but his critics say that they can be reversed.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome to the Jeremy Kyle Show. Today we have two guests debating their theories against each other. Please welcome to the stage the famous Bowlby psychologist. Please tell me your side of the story.
Okay, well, I believe that humans and animals are very similar in terms of attachment. The theory is that infants are instinctively bonded with one key figure, but others say it's wrong. There are three key features to this. One is monotropy, and the other is deprivation, and the other is privation.
No, that's all wrong.
Wait, calm down, speak calmly.
Attachment is not instinctive, it relies on learning and experience. It's a two-way process. Infants learn to attach to people through a process of reinforcement, such as if an infant interacts with the caregiver, then they will get attention, and this is rewarding. For example, a child will not love you if you neglect it, but will love you if you reward them, so stop lying.
But when a child is born, it should automatically form an attachment, and this is by skin-to-skin contact.
No, children can develop multiple attachments. There's loads of evidence.
If a child doesn't form a bond at birth, they should form an attachment between 0 to 3 years. If not, there will be long-term consequences.
That's too extreme. What happens when they get adopted? They form a bond then, don't they?
They won't feel as much love as if they were if they had a parent.
After the break, we find out the true meaning of development. Welcome back. Here are the results. Stop fighting. I think that Bowlby has a right point, and he talks about privation and deprivation. But then I think Rhiann's got a right point as well. She says that the attachment isn't instinctive, but is made through reinforcement. Both are right. End of story.